My name's Chris.
My name's Christy.
And this is the Washing Up Podcast, where tonight we're dealing with Thai... It's not Thai week, it's Thai night.
Thai night. It was Thai-rific.
So everybody, quick. Don't be like the Titanic and miss out. Get your phones, go to your menu log or your suitable other app and order yourself some Thai-rific Thai. Thai it. You'll like it. And miscellaneous other...
I've seen bow tie. I've seen suit and tie. What else have I seen? There's always the Tyrannosaurus Rex that we mentioned.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, which you mentioned last week, which is our personal favourite.
Yeah, so many puns, so little time. Let's move on.
I think we definitely should move on, and we should get into the challenge.
Yes.
So this week is Thai week. Now, there was a point raised during the first challenge, and Carly raised it.
Yes.
I want to get into that first.
Okay.
Chinese versus Thai.
Yes.
Now, Carly made a point while her family was speaking Mandarin for, I don't know, let's call it a bet.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I can think of. She's like, my father speaks fluent Mandarin, and it's just...
No, they lived in China for a while.
Yeah, but then it was just a group of white people sitting around a table, all talking Mandarin, which looked like they were there to appeal to a market that doesn't quite exist yet on MasterChef. Mm. They were hoping that the foreign investors would come in and back her to victory. So that was the way I took it anyway.
Okay.
So she talked about the fact that Thai and Chinese is kind of the same thing.
Well,
I disagree,
yes and no. Yes, in terms of they're both like rice-based countries, as opposed to wheat-based countries. So a lot of their carbs come from rice. I guess they've both got pigs. They can both have some pig in their dish and seafood and chicken. And then you've got noodles, of course. They're through there. And if you look at Thai food, right, pad see ew, for example, that's a flat rice noodle. And they've adapted that from Chinese cooking. So I think there's, and they're quite close in proximity. So there's, of course, going to be a bit of wheeling in, like, English and French cuisine.
Yeah, I think the flavors are very different, and that's sort of where I draw the line. Like, they've got similar base ingredients, but the flavor profiles are... Yeah,
like Thai is more like the French of the European... You know what I mean? Like, it's more sophisticated and there's more flavour levels and different... Yeah, whereas Chinese is more like the English, you go and get your plain old meat and veg and...
So you're managing to not attack one culture here, you're attacking two. Yeah. You're calling the Chinese and the British boring.
Yes.
Send your complaints to Donald J. Trump at president@UnitedStatesUS.gov. Not to you, just to him.
Just to him,
It's much easier. And he'll probably love it anyway.
Yeah.
So tonight's celebrity chef was David Thompson.
Indeed.
So that was interesting.
It's not a recognisable Thai name that I've ever come across. And lo and behold, a white guy walks in. And that kind of irked me because I'm like, we're tapping into colonialism here. Old white guy goes to, foreign countries, steals their culture.
But he broke that stereotype quite beautifully when he said that I went to Thailand for the first time and I fell in love. Not with the food at first.
And it's like, what did you go there for?
One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. The bars are temples, but the pearls ain't free. No, that's wrong.
If we're going to keep it PG, we'll say he's an elephant enthusiast. He really wanted to go and get a painting by an elephant. Like my sister, every time we go to her house, she points out the painting that was done by an elephant. And it's got the picture of the elephant doing the painting.
Paint me like one of your Thai girls. So... It was an interesting description as to why he picked Thailand, though, and why Thai sort of became his... So, round one. Now, they all seem bamboozled by the fact that there was, like, a wok and there was a grill and the ingredients were, I don't know, Thai in nature. Everyone was like, oh, wow, we're using these ingredients. I never could have guessed. I'm like...
David Thompson's there. Some of you... Carly had just finished reading his book. She was like, what a coinky dink.
I know, it's amazing. It's almost like she picked the flavours she was cooking with specifically to cater to the guy that was judging it.
I know, craziness.
Well, that's not a shot, by the way. That's clever.
Yeah.
So, round one.
Fight.
Now we had...
Sorry.
Thank you for that reference. I've been listening to the Street Fighter episode of How Did This Get Made, so that works quite well. So, round one. Now, there's a phrase that was used in round one and again in round two. And it's been used a number of times in the series, and I need to bring it up.
Yes, do it. Hero?
So, I turn around for a moment. I just come back to check my rice. ... That phrase normally ends with something sticking or burning or going over or being pushed to the limit, as Ben put it the other night with his bananas.
Poor Tamara.
I pushed them close. Yeah, Tamara, but she did it.
Yeah.
And she did it quite well.
Yes, Ben pushed his bananas. Poor Benny Banana.
Benny Banana to the edge. But then Tamara,
Don't push.
she came back.
Sorry. Yes, Tamara did fight back with a Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
If you say them 3 times, the flavour palette just set for life.
Yeah.
And that's what she was doing. She wasn't cooking anything. Just, yes, beetle leaf.
And suddenly there was some Sanctuary Bell like beetle leaf.
And a whole pile of people dancing around the ceiling, singing, jumping the line.
Rock your body in time.
Okay, I believe you.
That was Samuel going, put your custard in the coconut. I believe you.
Let's talk about Samuel's coconut, shall we?
Okay, so certain doctors will tell men when they want to be virile not to steam their nuts. Sam should have listened. But no, he wanted to...
Hey, when he cracked that nut open, there was nothing but creamy goodness there.
Look, he had this custard-filled nut and he just popped it in the steamer.
Although, to be fair, when they didn't sample it, they did say that they weren't quite sure it worked.
Yeah.
So...
No, it was good for him to try something and he wanted to look rustic.
Oh, yeah, it was my thought about that was George saying to him, they absolutely tore him to pieces about doing this, and then George goes, you've tried something different. We like that. Keep it up. George, you just eviscerated him for doing something different that didn't work. And then you go, keep it up.
Yeah.
No, he's not going to do that.
No. But you know what? Sam really blew my mind. Like, I thought I had him stereotyped.
Viking Sam?
Viking Sam. Did you know what he did? He backpacked it. He's travelled around the world.
Let me guess. Hang on, let me guess. Let me guess.
Yes.
He's been to Thailand.
He went to Thailand. And there was a great picture of him and 2 other white guys.
Painted by an elephant?
With the local.
Was it painted by an elephant?
Yes, he was painted like one of the French girls.
So, Tamara and Callum were the 2 most excited people in the kitchen for round 1 especially. They were just bouncing all over the place. And I mean, Tamara is anyway.
He's little Miss Sunshine.
And Callum knows, everybody in existence ever who's cooked. If they've cooked a meal at some point in time, Callum knows.
I'm sure while he's got something chilling in his blast freezer at home, he's just got these flashcards of different Australian chefs.
And I've never seen anyone he was so keen to try. He was so keen to try what he wanted to do flavour-wise.
Yeah.
He's hot and sour.
But wasn't it hot and cold as well?
It was hot and cold and hot and sour. He did it twice.
Yeah. Because you know where he got his inspiration?
He did it the first time, it didn't work, so we went back in round 2.
Because he's there going, I need some inspiration, and then suddenly this song came on, you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no. He's like, yes, that's what I need to do. He got his inspo from Katy Perry and the MasterChef team.
He got his inspo from they were playing the theme in the background.
It's like, that's what I must do.
Figured Eye of the Tiger from the MasterChef kitchen. It's Hot and Cold by Katy Perry. It's Eye of the Tiger of the cooking world.
Yes.
So that was at the end of round 1. You had
no.
Oh,
you know what we've missed?
What have we missed?
Pete.
No, Pete's in round 2.
Oh, was that round 2?
It was round 2.
Oh, that's right, because it had a non-Thai element, didn't it?
You really think that's a Thai element?
Oh,
we'll come back to that in a minute.
I was just so excited about it.
So at the end of round 1, Carly wins the challenge based on the tiebreaker of Mr. Personality plus himself, David Thompson.
Yeah, okay, David Thompson. Just want to revisit this man for a bit. He's got a limited range of facial expressions. He's obviously got a passion for food, and he was really into Carly's syrup. Now, I entered the MasterChef competition to go to his restaurant, but what worries me, right, and this is where the colonialism shit comes into play, is you can win a $2,000 dinner at his restaurant.
I'm going to assume that like the pad thai and that will cost you about $70.
Obviously, the pad thai is like with beluga caviar. Is that right?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, well, it's illegal, but probably. But I like the idea that it's about $70 for the meal overall, and the rest of that money is the 1,930 is the bottle of wine that comes to the table.
Plus a little bit for a tip.
Yeah, well, also $1,930 tip. There you go.
$30 tip. There you go.
Yeah, that's seems like overkill, doesn't it?
You come out with money bags,
a lot of
with real money and
real
gold
cash,
in there. It's like a gold doubloon.
When he brings the money bag, when he brings the money bags out, he starts playing Pink Floyd. Money.
His green caviar has been made from like Benjamins, the $100 notes.
Yes.
From America.
So Benjamins is peeling off caviar notes. Anyway, so Carly wins the challenge thanks to that tiebreaker. Gets the benefit of picking the ingredients. Normally this puts you in the bottom three. Carly, following Pete's lead last week, doesn't end up in the bottom three. Although we'll talk about someone else who had that goal.
Shortly.
They always say, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land in the stars. And Jess...
Which is really painful.
Yeah, that would be horrible, because stars are quite,
I learned from Doctor Who how quickly and painfully you die in space.
Exactly. But Jess, poor Jess, she shot for the basement and crashed into the door.
I don't want to get into the bottom three. Lofty goals there, Jess.
Yeah, let's aim for something a bit better.
Really setting yourself up psychologically for that?
Middle of the pack's what I'm going for tonight. You know what? Mediocrity. I'm aiming for mediocrity. If I can be a little bit better than shit, that's all I want. A little bit better than shit.
I mean, to be honest, that was my mantra during uni. P's equal degrees. But when you're in a competition...
Yeah, you might want to
just put yourself into the head game of like, top three, I've got this.
I think, I think she set a low goal and hit it beautifully.
Yeah. You know who was aiming for top three? Pete.
Now Pete. Now
he got his inspo from the local calf.
As the great and legendary Alison Frames on Twitter commented, and at this point, and I commented about the same time, but she says it more eloquently and to far more Twitter followers than I ever will. The pineapple sausage roll. It's a fucking Danish.
No, it's a pineapple sausage roll.
Go on, give me the difference.
Okay, so a Danish has to have lamination. So if you can't make a rough puff for Danish.
It's a shit Danish.
it's a rough puff. It's a rough Danish.
It's a shit Danish.
Poor man's Danish.
It's a Danish gang.
Okay,
it's a rough Dane.
What's low rent Danish like country?
Norway.
It's the Norway.
No. We love you, Norwegians. We really.
We always back you in Eurovision.
Not always.
No. The year of Bobby Socks we did.
Well, we would have if
we're swinging on the rock and roll.
We would have if we were watching it that year. Anyway, so it's a Danish. It's not a sausage roll. There's no sausage. It was a piece of fucking pineapple.
Caramelized it, and he put some coconut.
You know who else caramelized some pineapple? Eloise.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Now, they showed so little of Eloise tonight, I'm thoroughly convinced that all she served was a barbecue pineapple ring.
Hey, winning in my books.
Reaching into a hip flask that I swear she carries with her and just poured a bit of whiskey over the top.
Just flambe it a bit.
Flambeing it with the whiskey.
And considering you and I stalked the pineapple guy at Braza, you bring that here. I'm pretty sure.
I know that the quality of that dish was probably a lot. There was so much more going on because it was Eloise and she does a lot of really good things.
Yeah.
But all they really showed of Eloise tonight was her serving a pineapple ring.
Hey, look, at least we got to see what Eloise is making. We have to take a moment here to acknowledge some people who went the way of Trent.
Yeah, well,
Where was Ray?
Well, okay, we need to get into Raywatch.
There was no Raywatch to be had.
Ray'll be there in the background, not on the camera, not tonight.
No. And Sarah. No Sarah.
I'm so crushed about no Sarah. I like watching Sarah cook.
Me do.
Let's take a moment. Anyway, back at the ranch, and someone who did get a lot of screen time tonight, and
I think it was deliberate.
I'm pretty sure it was deliberate too.
Trent.
Hey, Trent. Now, again, the thing with Trent, we need to stress this. We're not having a go at Trent.
No.
We genuinely like Trent.
Trent's great.
It's just that, how do we phrase this delicately?
MasterChef have something against Trent.
The producers don't like someone called Trent.
No.
Again, Trent Harvey last year gets all the way through to almost towards the very end of the competition, gets screen time about a week before he gets eliminated. They suddenly remember he exists.
We're about to eliminate someone. Who? Who is this person?
Yeah,
Quick.
who's the guy lurking in the back? Oh, Trent. His name's Trent. Okay, well, there was a Trent. Wow, who knew?
Yes.
And this year there's another Trent, and once again he sort of fades into the background, and then out of nowhere, boom, Trent.
You know why? I reckon he planned it tonight. I reckon he's like, I'm not getting any screen time. No one's paying attention to me. Well, I'll show them. Oh, dumplings. I forgot to make my dumplings. Oh dear, my dish is ruined.
No, I've got all of this crab. What am I going to do? Oops, I accidentally dropped it. Oh no, it's all in the meal. I'm just going to have to serve a lot of crab.
It's like crab bisque gone bust.
Oh no, I'm going to have to be in the bottom 3 and I'm going to have to get all the screen time.
Yeah, so Trent, well done.
We see you, Trent.
Yeah, because we found out your food dream tonight. Now, maybe I missed it in the opening week, but apparently he wants to do an Asian-inspired food truck. Because what the world needs right now...
Is that a rickshaw? Is Trent planning on actually cooking from it, or is he going to run around carrying it?
Oh, God. Maybe it's just from the back of an elephant. That'd be great.
Painting pictures.
Serving...
Trent's food truck and art installation. Animal art installation.
Now, the thing that annoys me with food trucks, right, is you've got to go to them. It's like they're fucking mobile. Just travel around the streets like Mr. Whippy.
Some suburbs don't like Mr. Whippy vans.
I know, like ours.
Ours won't let Mr. Whippy vans. They chase them off the road.
We couldn't get ice cream delivered responsibly.
No, which is really funny because there was actually a market that happened at one point, I kid you not, of home ice cream was delivering in the next council area over, and people were smuggling home ice cream across the border. So you had somebody in the next town over who would buy the home ice cream and then had to smuggle it back in.
We're like the Shelbyville. Mighty fine turnip juice.
And we said goodbye to the vicious ice cream trucks because they were hoarded. So...
Gym, right? You're telling me the men's side of the gym in the showers, you don't get soap dispensers?
No, we're not allowed soap dispensers, apparently. We can't be trusted.
Soap dispensers.
We can't be trusted with soap. Speaking of people who can't be trusted tonight.
Indeed.
People who can't be trusted. Sam.
Which one?
Not Viking Sam. Sam.
I'm going to bake a cake.
I'm going to bake a cake. I'm going to make 3 of them, and none of them are going to work. And then the ultimate insult. And again, I don't really know who he's insulting more, but David turns around to him and goes, "This tastes like something my grandmother would make," which, for a start, rules David out of any future series of MasterChef because he doesn't have that deep diving grandmother story of she was a great cook and I want to do her proud.
Yeah. No, do you think Sam at first, because everyone has inspirational grandmother stories, is kind of like, oh, it's like what his grandmother... Oh, you've got a tone in your voice that's not... Oh dear.
Oh my God, you don't like your grandmother.
Okay.
And look, I sort of feel his pain. My grandmother, on my father's side, Dad always tells me, great cook. She was a great cook. I believe him.
To a point.
I've never experienced it. She once made the most infamous meal we've ever had, which was spaghetti bolognese. Now,
can't go wrong there, can you? Even if you get some Dolmio.
So, funny you should say that. And there were relatives from New Zealand who were over at the time as well. And you know,
make something fancy.
You know there's quality when one of them looks at the table and goes, "What is that? I don't know what that is." And I have to reply with, "I know what that is." There was a big bowl in the middle of the table and there was this grey mass that sort of looked like a brain. And it was like the mince. It hadn't really been broken up. She just sort of greyed the outside. Not browned. grade the outside. And then she'd taken a jumbo can of SPC spaghetti.
Oh, no!
And she just tipped it, not even really mixed it through, just sort of over the brain.
Was it still the tin shape on top?
I mean, I'm sure we have a cousin that was lost, and it might have actually been she just cracked his head open, and we were supposed to feast on the gooey insides.
Oh dear!
But so it was like this grey mass of a brain with like this sort of cheesy, reddish, yellowish sauce and the small spaghetti strands, and
oh dear,
she just sort of mixed it all together. And there was garlic bread. I ate the garlic bread. Never touched the spaghetti. She also had when we emptied out her freezer when she moved into a nursing home, we also found a black and gold apple pie that was older than me.
Oh, that's tasty.
Yeah. And
Did you sell that on eBay?
I was in high school at the time.
Why don't you take that to Antiques Roadshow?
Fiona Bruce's value. Well, if you just kept it in the original condition. So poor Sam. I mean, he thought he was getting a compliment, but not every grandmother's story is a MasterChef grandmother story.
No.
Sometimes it goes very badly.
Exactly. Like an MC grandma or just a grandma.
Yeah, and that leads us into. Well, I think we lead into our hero, Gaston. Now, just to let him,
ice cream like Gaston.
Now, just to lead into him,
yeah,
he did comment to me tonight on Twitter that, if this Gaston thing sticks, it's my fault.
We're trying.
My reply was, I'm trying. I'm really trying. But I want hashtags. I want GIFs. People of Twitter, get on this. I want Gaston being tweeted at him non-stop. I want pictures because Ben is
Gaston.
Hashtag Gaston. Ben is genuinely awesome.
Yeah, and at the very least, you're going to get Beauty and the Beast people interested in MasterChef.
And again, that's a big audience. You want that Disney money.
And you know what? If Ben's MasterChef dream doesn't work out, I reckon he's got like an in for like if they
Pantos.
No,
Panto season in the UK.
Yes, he could do that. He could get a job at Disneyland as Gaston.
No, you make more money in Panto season in the UK. Disney don't pay their workers as much.
Maybe he'll have to jump on a soap for a couple of episodes.
No. He's already got the in.
Because he's been on MasterChef.
He's been on MasterChef. So you go to the UK as Australia's MasterChef Gaston, and suddenly, Ben, you've got yourself a second career in Panto over Christmas.
And you will make your kids so proud.
And more importantly, they pay a lot of money for Panto.
I just realised something. I know why we didn't see much Ray tonight.
Why?
Because Gaston stole his shtick. We saw Gaston's kids. I've got a couple of kids. And I was like,
I've got children.
And Ray's gone, bitch, that's my line.
Well, Ray also didn't have anything to stack. Ty, not really big with the stacks.
Oh, no, someone did stack Samuel. Viking Sam. He was given the...
His longboat is still nice and clean.
We didn't see Aaron much tonight either. It looked like he was making...
I didn't see Aaron at all.
Yeah, so Aaron went the way of Trent as well tonight. But remember when Gary walked past in the first round, he's gone, spring rolls, they're a bit, how's your mother? And he's like, I'm going to stack it. So...
Whose was it? Was it Samuel's they were playing with his...
Yeah, they were playing with his pastry.
Yeah, he made his spring roll pastry. That really good. And they're like flinging it around the room. And I'm like, leave his pastry alone.
It's like, don't touch it, Gary. Someone's got to eat that.
It turns out.
You have to eat that.
Gary, do you know where your hands are?
Do you wash your hands?
Yeah, do you know where your hands have been, Gary?
Yeah.
George, don't even ask. So after the judging, you had Gaston... You had Tamara, who was really excited.
And earring game on point.
Brilliant earrings.
You know who could have also worn her earrings tonight?
Who?
Pete.
Pete!
His shirt, exact colour of her earrings. Would have been good.
Pete, get on board. Accessorise, mate. Accessorise. Yeah. I'm used to being up high in a crane. Do you know that I go up? I go up really high.
That's no excuse not to accessorise.
No. And like one of the things with the wind resistance is the dangly earrings really work a treat. So you got Gaston, you got Tamara, and you've got Longboat Sam, Viking Sam.
Viking Sam.
But his longboat's nice and clean. They're all in the immunity challenge. I really hope Gaston wins that because it gives me more opportunities.
We need to get prepared. Okay.
Although if things go badly, then
Yeah.
Gosh, how it pains me to see you, Gaston, looking so down in the dumps. By the way, I'm not the biggest Beauty and the Beast fan ever, but It's just
It's just
perfect.
handy. It works so well. But so it's a showdown between fictional characters. We've got Gaston versus Little Miss Sunshine versus like Ragnar Lothbrok.
Normally I say my money's on the Viking.
But they're not really known for their cooking abilities. More their raping and pillaging.
Watch out, you two. Just watch out.
Oh, that's horrible! Don't. No. Okay, they're more known for their drinking ability. Hair and drinking ability.
There we go. Perfect.
Yes.
And in the elimination, it will be tomorrow night. It will be Trent.
Who,
again, it's okay.
He totally wanted that.
He just wanted some TV coverage.
Yeah.
Sam, poor Sam, he knew it was so bad when he brought it up. He was apologising on the way.
You know what? He's going to be in the black tomorrow night, so we have to call him Samuel Tarley because they're all going to be wearing black and they're all going to the wall and they're going to find out whose watch has ended. We're doing the Night's Watch tomorrow.
Anyway.
You know who could have gone? Callan, because he had a story of ice and fire tonight with his hot and cold creation. He was like both Daenerys and the White Walkers.
Oh.
Just then.
And then Jess was the third one.
Yeah. She's more like the Arya Stark.
Oh.
She's been stabbed in the guts, but she'll come back from it. Oh, sorry. # spoilers.
Anyway, on that spoilery bombshell, I think it's time for us to get out.
No, there's so much more to talk about. Game of Thrones. Oh, that's right. It's not this podcast.
It's not this podcast.
We don't even have a Game of Thrones podcast.
No.
We're not doing a Game of Thrones podcast.
No, I've got too many as it is.
And there are far more qualified people to do it than me.
Exactly. I'm going with Peter Dinklage.
Yes.
Anyway, so my name is Chris.
I'm Christy.
This has been The Washing Up, and we will catch you all on Tuesday.
Ciao.